Welcome back to the channel. Very excited about this week's video. We're going to do another new arrivals video, and I get a bunch of new arrivals. I get a little new arrivals bucket, and I like to put my newly acquired records in it to make sure I listen to them before I file them away. So let's go. You're all going to be jealous. First up, Kenny Rogers Christmas. Cannot wait to spin this one around Christmas time. I love Kenny Rogers and I love Christmas music. Kenny Rogers, yeah, man. Going back to his band, The First Edition, through the Gambler era, all the way to his like 80s contemporary love songs. I like a little bit of all of it. I love nostalgia, and Kenny Rogers gives me that nostalgic feeling. And he's got a beautiful voice. Next up, the best of the Bee Gees. Again, nostalgia. I love the Bee Gees. They bring me back to my childhood. I like some of their old early stuff up to the disco stuff. There's a little bit of good stuff in all of it. This is pre-disco. I Started a Joke is on here. If you know that one, Massachusetts. Yeah, can't wait to listen to this one. It's going to be pretty good. The best of the Bee Gees. They show you the back. Next up, Kiss Love Gun. The last awesome Kiss album, I think. Dynasty was pretty good. I do like Creatures of the Night. Lick It Up was decent, but this is 1977, the last great album with the original lineup. Dynasty was pretty good. It's grown on me over the years, but I think Peter Criss only played on one song. This was actually in my last video, but this is an upgraded version. Next up, Skid Row, Slave to the Grind. I bought this because someone had requested that I put this album up against Shout at the Devil, and someone else requested I put it against Appetite for Destruction. It lost both of them, but it's still a decent album. It was good enough to buy. I prefer the first album, but Monkey Business, Slave to the Grind are fucking killer songs. I love them. Wasted Time as well. Not open yet, but I'll have to listen to it. Skid Row. Next up. Also ordered this one for a request. Someone wanted me to put this album against Metallica's Black Album. This is Megadeth's Countdown to Extinction. I'm glad I bought it because I started listening to the album on Amazon Music at the gym and stuff, getting ready for the video, and I forgot how good it was. So yeah, I'm glad I purchased this because I might not have. I could just kind of, over the years you forget how good albums are. Still not my favorite. I prefer the first 4 Megadeth albums over it. And actually some of them after that. I really like Cryptic Writings and blah, blah, blah. I could go on. Next up, Slayer, South of fucking Heaven. Yes. We'll take a moment just to observe. I fucking love Slayer. This is my favorite Slayer album, and it took me a while to get it. And I finally ordered it. I think, I was born in 1974. Slayer came out in 83. I don't know. I was like 9. I really didn't get into Slayer till this album came out. I started hearing about him right before it came out, and this is the first album I bought, and it's my favorite. I think South to Heaven might have been the first Slayer song I heard. Silent Screams, Live Undead, Behind the Crooked Cross, Mandatory Suicide, Ghosts of War. Man, every song in here is awesome. The Read Between the Lines, the Judas Priest cover, Dissident Aggressor, Spill the Blood. I used to have a Slayer shirt in high school that had a scroll on the back with the lyrics to Spill the Blood. Yeah, killer album. Cannot wait to crank this one as loud as it goes. Next up, so I took a trip to New Bedford a couple weeks ago to visit my uncle, and they took me to a couple record stores. The first one was alright. I don't even remember the name, but I saw this record up on the wall and I had to buy it. Cinderella, Still Climbing. In my opinion, arguably their best album, or right behind the first album. It's not very well known. This came out, I don't even know, right at the beginning of the grunge era, and Tom blew his voice out, so they didn't tour on it. And that was pretty much the end of Cinderella for a while. Fred Corey's not on it. He might be on one song. I don't know. But Kenny Arnoff, I don't know if you know him. I think he got his career started with John Cougar Mellencamp. But look, Kenny Arnoff, look him up on Wikipedia and look at his resume. He has played with countless people. It's freaking insane. But yeah, Cinderella, great band. They get lumped into the hair bands. I mean, they dress like one at first, but they weren't like the Warrant type of hair bands, you know what I mean? Like, they were like, their first album was pretty heavy, bluesy, big Aerosmith influence, you can tell. He's kind of got some AC/DC vibes in his voice. The first one's a really good hard rock album, and then Long Cold Winter came out, and that had, it was hard rock with some more blues influence in it. And then I would say Heartbreak Station, the third album, had some more of the blues in it and a little country. And then this one has some tinges of southern rock in it. But it's a great, underappreciated album. I swear to God, give this album a listen if you like Cinderella and you haven't heard it. It's just as good, if not better than any of their other albums, except for maybe the first one. It's so fucking good. Anyway, moving on. So, down in New Bedford, I walked into this other record shop called Purchase Street Records. I saw this stuff all over the place about this band called All Sinners. Apparently, it's the drummer that owns it, and I've seen All Sinners a couple times opening for people. I actually saw them opening for White Lion a few weeks ago. I saw them open for Dangerous Toys. They're about to go on a tour with Metal Church, he said. I think they actually said that at the when they opened up for White Lion. But yeah, All Sinners, local band. This guy owns the most kick-ass fucking record store in the world, or that I've been to in a long time. I could never go there again because I spent so much freaking money. I spent like $300 in like 5 minutes, and I had to get out. But first up, we got Guns N' Roses, The Frickin' Spaghetti Incident. This is a very hard to obtain record. This is not an official copy. If you want an official copy, you're spending $400 or so. I've seen it for more. If you want a decent copy, probably more. I do have a feeling they're going to re-release it as a little box set soon, so I might not need this because I will definitely buy that. But yeah, they'll probably do that. And they actually recorded the Spaghetti Incident when Izzy Stradlin was still in the band. And supposedly, there's a whole version of the album with him on it. And then they erased all his parts and put in Gilby or / re-recorded his parts or whatever. But I would, if they do a little box set and they include the version with Izzy, that would be great. But yeah, Spaghetti Frickin' Incident, very, again, underappreciated album. It came out at the end of Guns N' Roses' classic era. All covers, a lot of covers people didn't know. You know, it's not an A+ record, it's not a perfect 10, but it's good. Since I Don't Have You, I think, is a great cover. A couple Duff songs. Down on the Farm is a great cover. Ain't It Fun with Michael Monroe. Slash's guitar work on that is insane. Of course, Hair of the Dog, the Nazareth cover. At the end, I assume the official version doesn't say it because it was a hidden track. But Look at Your Game, Girl. It's a Charles Manson cover. Say what you want about that, but it's a killer cover. Axl sounds great on it. It's a little acoustic song. It's a great song. I love it. I can't wait to listen to that. Next up, D.R.I. Thrash Zone. These fucking guys, again, not talked about enough. What an iconic logo they have of a little guy in a freaking slam dancing in the pit. They started out as like a hardcore punk band, and then I think they were like at the forefront of the crossover, like when the whole hardcore punk thrash crossover shit, you know, Suicidal Tendencies kind of did that. They did it, and this was, I think, their like second thrash album, and it's great. They always just stuck to their guns. They were never going to be super huge because of that, but they're still out there doing it. And I happen to watch their live videos on YouTube here and there. They're on tour right now. Spike Cassidy, the guitarist, Kurt Brecht, the singer. I've seen him a few times back in the day out in California. I saw him once in Worcester, and I just saw this morning that they're playing in Manchester, New Hampshire, and I will be there. It's a Thursday night. And I actually got the pleasure of hanging out and smoking weed with them at the Alameda Saloon. I saw them back in the 90s when I was in the Navy. They gave me the sticker, signed it. Spike gave me one of his picks. Pretty freaking cool. He is a badass guitarist. He's a riff master. He had some issues with cancer. I don't know if it was eye cancer or something weird. I don't know. But they're out there doing it. You know, and it's crazy because you'll see him playing at this little club in front of like 50 people, 25 people, I bet, even sometimes. And then you'll see another one that they're like in an arena with like fucking 4,000 or 5,000 people. So yeah, they're great. They're legends, the legends that not many people know. D.R.I. stands for Dirty Rotten Imbeciles. Next up, Ozzy Osbourne, Live and Loud. This is the last album I needed of Ozzy's solo shit, because I don't need them all. So now I can do a video of my Ozzy collection. But yeah, again, this is a super expensive record to buy, and this is not an official copy. But I don't give a fuck. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait to listen to it. This is when I think Ozzy got diagnosed with like, I can't remember, MS back in the day, but I don't think he really had it. It was the beginning of his health issues. He was going to stop touring, whatever. He's got Mike Inez from Alice in Chains on bass when he was still in the band. Zakk Wylde. Ozzy, I think Mike Borden was the drummer from Faith No More. It was probably Randy Castillo. Black Sabbath came out. Tony Geezer and I believe Bill. And they did the song Black Sabbath with him in the middle of the show. So yeah, there's a few videos from this album. Check out Flying High Again. It's a pretty cool video from that album on MTV. But yeah, Ozzy Osbourne, Live and Loud. It's a little blurry in the back. You can tell it's a bootleg, but like songs that he just didn't do live anymore near the end, like Goodbye to Romance, Flying High Again. What else is on here? I love Miracle Man. He doesn't do that anymore. That's one of my favorite Ozzy solo songs. Anyway, there you go. Ozzy Osbourne, Live and Loud. Next up, Fight. One of my favorite all-time heavy metal albums. I should have took the covers off to avoid some of this glare, but oh my god. So this is Rob Halford's solo band Fight. Back in the 90s, I went to see Anthrax at the Warfield in San Francisco. It was pre-internet, all that shit. And the opening band came out, and they were heavy as fuck. And there's this bald guy going back and forth with a big tattoo in his head, and he starts singing, and I'm like, oh my god, that's fucking Rob Halford. It was Rob Halford's solo band was opening for Anthrax, and I had no idea they even existed. And they were freaking awesome. Anthrax was awesome too. I'm personally not a big fan of the John Bush era, but that was the biggest mosh pit I've ever been a part of. But yeah, Fight blew me away. I went out and got this album. I've wanted it forever. This one cost me $80. It's going to be worth every penny. This is an official copy. And thing I can say, some of his prices were high, but he wasn't ripping anybody off. They were no higher than you would find online, and you're not paying for shipping. He was right on point. And this record store had everything. Again, Purchase Street Records, Into the Pit, Nailed to the Gun, Immortal Sin, Life in Black, War of Words, Laid to Rest, Contortion. I love that song. Reality, A New Beginning, Vicious, Little Crazy, For All Eternity. They only did 2 albums. The next one wasn't as good, but it was good. I don't know if I'd buy the vinyl. If I saw it, I probably would. It was like they almost went more in that. It was still heavy, but they kind of went in an Alice in Chains kind of direction. But this is phenomenal, phenomenal, phenomenal album. Fight. Listen to it, please. Awesome. So good. Last up, another one I've wanted for a long time. And again, not an official copy. They never released it officially, but one of my all-time favorite Aerosmith concerts, MTV Unplugged. This was the first season of Unplugged. This was after the Pump album, and it's almost exclusively 70 songs. I don't know why they have a picture of Wayne's World on the back, but it's a bootleg, and I cannot wait to listen to it. I used to have the CD, of course, and I'm going to go through all the tracks, and I'm going to wrap up my video, but it starts off with Hangman Jury. This, along with the Lord of the Thighs on the live bootleg album, those are 2 of my all-time favorite Aerosmith live recordings. Next up, Monkey Off My Back. I'm not a big fan of Pump at all. I do like Monkey on My Back, and I think because of this album, because I love this version of it. The album itself, that's another story. I'm not going to get into it, over-polished, whatever. But this is an acoustic version, and it's awesome. They do a cover of The Doors, Love Me 2 Times. Alright, so it looks like it's one of those double albums, 3 songs on each side. I'm not always a fan, but whatever. Side B, Seasons of Weather. One of my 20 top 5 Aerosmith songs of all time. Then we got Big 10-inch Record, One Way Street, another one of my 25 top 5 Aerosmith songs of all time. One Way Street, what a great song. And then they do a cover of Howlin' Wolf, Smokestack Lightning, Dream On, of course, another of my 30 top 5 Aerosmith songs. Milk Cow Blues, Toys in the Attic, and these are all superb versions. Next up, Walking the Dog, old Rufus Thomas cover. Again, one of my 40 top 5 Aerosmith songs. And then they do Train Kept a Rollin' Part 1 and Part 2. It was a TV broadcast, so they must have recorded it twice. I don't know what happened there. They're both good. I think one might have been during the credits. And then the last song is Last Child. Recorded at the Ed Sullivan Theater, August 11th, 1990. And I think, obviously, there was a famous story when the Doors played there. And they did, what was the song? Was it Light My Fire? And he wasn't supposed to say Get Much Higher, and he said Bite My Wire? Or was it, I don't know. I can't remember. But he used to have bands. Anyway, Jim Morrison didn't listen to him. It was a big deal. And he was supposedly banned from the Ed Sullivan Show after that. And Steven references that show. I think the Doors played here before they do Love Me Two Times. Yeah, Ed Sullivan used to have bands change lyrics because he didn't want to be offensive. I know Let's Spend the Night Together from the Stones. Apparently that was offensive back then. And he had them change the lyrics to Let's Spend Some Time Together. That is fucking stupid. And they followed it. They did what he said. But whatever. Anyway, that's my video. Went way longer than I wanted it to. Super excited to listen to these. And hopefully you guys check out some of these records too. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you next time.